This is New Hampshire Cross Country, powered by Runner's Alley, and this ranking is sponsored by Demerit Hill Farm Haunted Overload. It was a crazy divisional race this weekend, with a lot of changes, a lot of good performances. I think it should get everybody excited for MOCs this weekend.
All right, I'm going to start it out with a question. What do you think was the most impressive performance or the biggest surprise of the divisional meets? I'm going to say that the most impressive thing to me was Landon Valancourt running 16:06 basically by himself for the whole race.
I'm gonna go with Souhegan girls taking spots with Chloe Trudell, Georgia Jones, and Mackenzie Hayden.
My performance of the week is gonna have to be Jake Velasquez, 15:32. That was just crazy fast. It seemed like he just never got tired.
My performance of the week would be the Concord girls, winning the D1 title. It's their first time since 2003, and it's very impressive because they have a very young team.
My pick would probably be the upset of the weekend with Kearsarge taking home their first state title in school history. It was a pretty fun day.
All right, so starting with the girls' rankings. So in number 10 is Bedford. They were 5th in D1 and 10th in the marriage. They were led by Carly Rinko, and they are expected to place in the top 10 at MOCs this week.
Number 9 is Hopkinton, who was number 7 before the state meet. They're ahead of Kearsarge on the merge, but need one low stick. They were led by Hannah Bennett and were closely followed by Anna O'Reilly and Emma Roth.
Number 8 is Kearsarge. They won the D3 title by 4 points, led by Maya Doobie winning the race, followed by her fast team behind her with 3 Kearsarge runners in the top
10. Number 7 is Merrimack Valley, who kept a consistent spot. They're going into MOCs. They're looking for the Sophia Reynolds and Sophia Rubinchek to break up the top 3. Souhegan, especially on a really flat course. Closely behind the Sophias is Emma York and Samantha Kimball. So if the runners closer together, I think that they could perform extremely well.
Coming at number 6 is Keene. They were 4th in D1, led by Hannah Shepard and Michaela Randall, and they are in position to make it to New England, being ranked 6th in the merge.
Number 5 also kept a consistent spot, which is Exeter. They were led by Allie McFarland and were followed by Grace Jordan and Grace Mercier. They won the Meet of Champions last year, so we can't hold them back from maybe even winning. So I think that they could perform extremely well on a flat course.
Number 4 is Bishop Girton. They are led by the Carolines. Fisher won the D1 race with a time of 18:16, and not far behind in second was Toll, and this is the second time in 2 years in a row that they went 1-2.
Moving up a bunch of places is Co Brown in 3rd. They were led by Abigail O'Connor, who got 6th place, and she was followed by Addison Cox and 2 freshmen, Sheldon Fisher and Mallory Taylor. Their average time on journey of 3, so it will be extremely impressive, their time on a flat course, especially since they're top 5 rank.
Number 2 is Concord. They ran a phenomenal team at divisions, winning the team title for the first time, as I said, since 2003, and they are led by Sophia Hopkins and Morgan Orcutt.
In first is Souhegan, who swept the top 3 spots. Trudell, Georgia Jones, and Mackenzie Hayden, who in the merge were all in the top 5. So Chloe was 2nd, Georgia's 4th, and Mackenzie was 5th. they were all in the low. Those three were in the low 19s, and Chloe got a very impressive time of an 18:42. Their 4 and 5 is Masha Herrero, and their average time was a 19:44, which is absolutely crazy. So they definitely have a very good shot of winning MENA champions.
All right. Now we're going to start it out with the sleeper teams to make New England. So you have to be in the top 6 at MENA champions. I'm going to start it out and say that the Merrimack Valley girls are going to make New England. They're sitting at number 7 position right now. So I think the 2 Sophias out front can get a low stick for them to help them qualify for New England.
I'm gonna go with Kearsarge just because they are huge, and Maya Doobie definitely has a strong team behind her. So I think that they could perform extremely well, especially on a flat course, and make it to New England.
For my girls sleeper team, I think I'm also going to do Merrimack Valley because the Sophias seem pretty dominant on the flat course. I've seen them run it before. I think they'll have a good meet.
My sleeper team is Exeter. Although they're already ranked in the top 6, I think they possibly could be ranked pretty low. And I think they can perform really well at MOCs since they won this meet last year.
My sleeper team, I'm going to go with Kearsarge. Maya's really fast, and they just had a big upset, so I think they could do pretty well this weekend.
Switching over to the boys' top 10. Number 10, who was 9 last week, we have Wyndham. They're led by Rohan Rai. Their team seems pretty enthusiastic to crack into the top 10, and I think they're just going to be super excited for this weekend. And hopefully they'll run faster on a flat course. I'm pretty confident in that.
And coming in at number 9, we have Hanover, who was unranked last week. And they're just a team that really seems to get hot towards the end of the season and really put it all together. They had a really tight pack this past weekend with a time of 45 seconds between 1 through 5. So they'll be looking to move up this weekend at MOCs.
All right. At number 8 is Nashua North. They are led by Rory Curran and Yassine Yakib at divisions, running 15:46 and 16:48. 2 impressive times. North will be on their home course for META Champs, so we'll look to see good things from them.
Yeah, so next at number 7, we have Londonderry, who is number 3 last week. They're led by Ryan Young and Matt Griffin. I think they just had a little hiccup this weekend, and they should be excited for this upcoming weekend because I think they'll be better regrouped.
And coming in at number 6, we have Winnacunnet, who was 7 last week. They put on a really strong showing this past weekend at Dairyfield. They also had 3 seniors race their last race at Dairyfield. And I think they'll definitely be looking for a way down to Connecticut next weekend at MOCs.
All right. Number 5 is Oyster River. They ran very well as a squad this past weekend. 6 of the top 7 PR'd on the course. I believe their top 5 were all under 17, which is impressive. Both Miles Carrico and Andy O'Brien are looking forward to rebound and run well at META Champs to prove that they always run well at Mines Falls.
So at number 4, who is number 4 last week, we have Pinkerton, who's led by Luke Brennan and Stephen Connolly. But close behind are Zach Clausa and Noah Preble. They seem to be the front pack, like just about every race. So I think if they, really push it this weekend, they could, lower their score a lot more than what it has been.
And coming in at number 3, we have Keene, who was ranked second last week. They're led by Jake Velasquez, who just ran a stupid fast 15:32 at Dairyfield. And I think they'll be looking to rebound next weekend at MOCs down in Nashua.
All right, so number 2 is Concord, moving all the way up from number 5 into the second position. They were led by Evan Bragg, who won, or not who won. He got third place in the Division 1 meet. They could have an upset in the future for meet of champs.
At number 1, who's number 1 this whole season is Co Brown. I was lucky enough to watch their race. They went 1, 2, 3 with Dawson Dubois with a really strong kick at the end. Their pack only had a 29-second pack time, which is just crazy because basically everybody's coming at the same time. I'd like to see them run a flat course this weekend because it seems like they're always running hard courses, so might be a little change of pace for them. So we'll see.
All right. Okay, so we're going to start off with the boys' sleepers to make New England's. I'm going to start it off, and I'm going to say Nashua North. They're sitting at the 8th position, so they have to knock out 2 teams to get it, but I believe they can do it because it's on their home course, so that's like the biggest advantage you can have.
I'm gonna go with Londonderry just because they've been a top seed all season, and I think that if they regroup this weekend and they'd have confidence in their performance, that they can perform extremely well.
My sleeper team for boys is obviously Nashua North, but I'll change it up and say Londonderry because I think they just had a rough weekend, but after regrouping, I think they should be excited for this upcoming weekend, and we'll definitely have a better race.
My pick for the boys sleeper team, I would also have to go with Nashua North because it is their home course, and usually teams run great on their own course. So,
I'm gonna go with Hanover just because they were unranked before this week, and I think they can just kind of carry that momentum through to next weekend at MOCs and try to make a run on New England's.
So for a final question, I want to know your guys' picks for the Meet of Champions. So to start off, girls individual winners. I'm gonna go with Caroline Fisher just because she's had an insane season, and obviously her performance at States was just phenomenal, especially since she was running by herself the whole race. So I think that she'll do really well on Mines Falls.
For my girls' individual winner, I'm also going to pick Caroline Fisher because she's a fellow Nashua runner, and Nashua runners do it best. So I think she's really going to come through this weekend.
I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to say my girls' individual winner is going to be Caroline Fisher. I believe that she can run under 17:30, so that would be impressive.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, and for my pick for the girls individual winner, I'm gonna say Maya Doobie.
I'm gonna go with Caroline Fisher. Maya might kill me for saying that, but yeah.
So next is girls team. Just because they're so high ranked this week and performance was crazy, I'm gonna go with Sauhegan. Obviously, I think that they can hold that momentum because that top 3 was very close and they did run together a majority of the race. So I think that they could feed off one, if not one, form extremely well.
Okay, backing it up to the girls' individuals, what do you guys think that the winning time will be at Meet of Champs? I said 17:30 for Caroline Fisher. Rory?
I think you're being a little generous, so I'm going to say like 17:50.
All right, Madison, what do you think?
I'm gonna go in the middle, saying 1745.
All right. Ed, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say around like 1740, 1745.
And Keegan?
1740.
All right. Now into the girls' team.
So I think I'm next. So my girls' team title is probably BG because I think it really comes down to their fifth because I think Caroline Fisher and Caroline Toll are just bound to have a good race. So I think if they're 3, 4, and 5 really show up, then I think they can upset some teams.
All right. For my girls' team, I'm gonna go and jump on the bandwagon of picking your own team. I'm gonna say girls Co-Brown. I think they can pull off the upset. They're only 10 points behind first place as of right now in the merge.
I'm gonna pick with the favorite. I'm gonna say Sauhegan just because they've had a phenomenal season, and I think they're expected to pull off the win.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay with that and go with Sauhegan, just because they have a good pack up front with their top three led by Chloe. So I'm gonna go Sauhegan.
So next is the boys individual winner. I'm gonna stick round court just because it seems like he performs extremely well on Mines Falls, and I do think he's capable of hitting a time in the 15. So I'm gonna go with Landon.
This is tough for me, but for my individual winner, I think I'm gonna pick Jake Velasquez again because if you can run 15:30 on Dairyfield, then you have to run faster on the natural course. So if he does the same thing he did this past weekend, I think he'll have it.
All right. I think that you, Rory, it's your home course. I feel like you can pull off the dub for you guys.
Thank you.
If you can make it to New England's with your team, that would be pretty cool.
I'm also gonna say Jace Velasquez just because he ran great last week, so there's no reason he can't run great again.
I'm gonna go with my boy Landon Valancourt. Go D3. I think that'd be pretty cool if a D3 runner won it all. So yeah, definitely Landon.
Okay. Now I'll do the same thing for the boys' time. What do you think the winning time's gonna be? I'm gonna say it's gonna be under 15:10. I think it's gonna be really fast. Because the course or the media champs record is actually 15:08 right now.
Okay. That's pretty quick. But I remember 2 years ago when the course was in good condition, that race was just crazy fast. And I think just the whole state has gotten super competitive and super fast since then. So I don't know. I don't think you're too far off. I think 15:10, 15:15 it's pretty appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a 15:20 just to bring it back a little.
I think it honestly depends on the condition of the course, but I definitely think it'll be in the low 15s, 15:15, 15:20.
Yeah, I think like around like 15:15 will sound about right.
So moving on to the boys team, don't think there's gonna be many, but I'm gonna go with Co-Brown for many obvious reasons, just because they've been dominating all season, and they have an extremely close front pack. So I think they'll pull it off.
For me, I'm gonna pick Concord to switch it up because their fellow D1 team seems like they're getting better every race. They have some heart. They might be able to take down Co Brown.
All right. For boys team, I'm just gonna be bold and say Co Brown.
I feel like my team's gonna kill me again, but I have to say Co Brown just because they've had a great season.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Keene just because everyone's talking about Co Brown this year. Everybody's talking about Concord last year, so I'm going with Keene.
Okay. I have a question from the comments for you guys. What aspect of Meet of Champions do you look forward to most? I'm gonna say for both the girls and boys race, I feel like it's gonna be tight coming into that last field. So just seeing how competitive it's gonna be.
Yeah, for me, I'd say the best aspect of the MOC experience is just being in my hometown. It's just like really great because a lot of people who don't normally watch races usually come out and watch our team run. I think that's what helps us the most.
I think that I know like a lot of us are like seniors, so I think it's a lot of people's last races. So I think it's just about making the most of the last race and spending the time with your team. And just because some people don't go on to college, so I think it'll be just a fun time for a lot of seniors.
What I think is great about MOCs is kind of seeing all your hard work and dedication from the entire season all come down to one race and seeing it all pay off. It's really rewarding.
Yeah, just to like kind of go off that, like just to run on like a crazy fast course at the end of the season and just kind of get a chance to close out your season on like a high note, like a PR or something. So, yeah.
It,
And also a big thank you to Hampshire Cross Country, their whole staff. They did a great job this weekend putting on states. They took a lot of pictures, which took a lot of time. They're going up tomorrow, so make sure to check those out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is New Hampshire Cross Country. Signing off, and good luck to everyone this weekend at MOCs.
Go New Hampshire!